But that leads us to the second point. Let me go ahead and open up this window.
Okay.
There's a wonderful horror game that uses this, and that's called Simulacra. Simulacra is a little bit old.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
emulates you looking at a cell phone that you have received that has data on it. And that data you have to piece, and it's a horror game. I actually want to get Hawk to play it because it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And if you look at Simulacra, they're using that concept that we're just talking about where it's not so much QTE, but you're looking at variables. So like if you look at this clip first, you'll get a piece of data, and then if you look at another clip later, that clip may change as the haunting thing occurs.
Exactly. I like those type of games that what you do first influences everything that comes after.
Exactly. So what we're posing to you guys, whether you're watching over VOD or watching us live, is what would you use FMV for? Would you use it just for like an opening sequence or a closing sequence? That kind of stuff. Or would you use it for an entire game? Could you make a game that uses FMVs? An FMV game. I'd love to see this. I want to see more of them.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, BG, yeah, absolutely. The number of possible endings that you can bake into your game using FMV and the butterfly effect is a lot.
Think of.
I mean, it really is how many. How much do you want to code?
How much do you want to code?
How many different tracks do you want to put in there?
How much footage do you want to shoot and then color grade and edit? Because it can take a lot of work.
But it certainly is worth it if you have a lot of variability. Think of the replay value.
Absolutely. Look what Rack says. Rack brings up a great point. He says, I think multi-layer video mystery is a good approach since you could have it where replaying video provides contents to various other videos. Sorry, her storytelling lies. Yeah. And Simulacra. Simulacra does exactly that. And Simulacra 2 is pretty much more of the same. They're smaller in scope than what other games could be, but they're still very well put together. And hey, Black Rose.
I think so. Hey, Black Rose. Yeah. Video mysteries. It really lends itself to mystery and horror. But, KB, I'm not sure if you were making a joke, but having an RPG game using FMV, why not? A fantasy setting.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do it, you just have to do it in a way that's not cheap or cheesy and gives the people an experience that they're used to nowadays. Unless you're going full nostalgia like press X to not die, you do not want to go the old route of Dragon's Lair, Sewer Shark. I would love to see another Night Trap. I would love to see a Hollywood-style production game like Night Trap, where the controls are updated, they're more responsive, but it's a nod to 80s slasher. I would fucking love that.
Along the lines of maybe an RPG, I was thinking of maybe Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Jabberwocky.
The Jabberwocky,
yeah, that would really lend itself. I think Jabberwocky would really lend itself as a source material for making a fantasy RPG using FMV.
Yeah, that's a really, really good idea. And that way, you're using the FMV in order to enhance the story, and not just using the FMV like I think like someone mentioned Gabriel Knight earlier, overlaying really cheap ass green screen cutouts on a world map. You don't really want to do that nowadays, nostalgia aside.
Right.
Yeah.
Rack is thinking that maybe you can provide an interesting game over event.
You could.
Using FMV. And yeah, you could.
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, there's so many ways this could go, guys. And, when you sit here and you kind of brainstorm and you kind of think of ways that you could get the FMVs to really do something unique, you kind of realize that the technology isn't dead. It just needs to be reapplied using modern game-making paradigms.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.